In this video, we're going to take a look at a script example that processes a dictionary of student grades. Now, the script we'll be looking at is fig06_01.py, and I'm just going to go ahead and run it here so you can see the results of the script. On a student-by-student basis, we're going to calculate that student's average for the class, and we'll format that with 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. And then for the entire class, we're also going to calculate the class average. So now that we've seen the output of the script, let's jump over to a text editor here and take a look at the script itself. Now, once again, we always start our scripts with a comment showing you the file name so that you can find them in the files that are associated with these videos. And as always, you should start your script with a doc string that specifies the purpose of the script. And depending on how complex your script is, that doc string may be more complex as well. Now, the key part of this example is, of course, our dictionary, the grade book, and because it's a little bit more complex dictionary, I put it across multiple lines of code here in the script. So it's not uncommon to see people line up the curly braces like you see here, and it's not uncommon for them to put individual key value pairs, one per line, for readability in their code. In this case, we have keys, which are strings, the students' names, and we have values, which are list objects, which in turn contain other values. And those list objects, of course, are mutable as well, although we won't modify them in this example. So on a student-by-student basis, what we're going to do down below in a loop is pick off one key value pair at a time, sum up the grades in the list, display the student's name and average for those grades, and then keep track of the total of all the grades we've seen so far and the number of grades we've seen so far, so that when the loop is done, we can calculate the class average. So along those lines, we've created a couple of variables, both initialized to 0 here, where we'll keep track of the total of all the grades and the count of all the grades. And here is the for loop that's going to process that dictionary up above. So of course, we've already seen previously gradebook.items is going to give us back something that we can iterate over that gives us tuples containing the keys and the values, one key value pair at a time. We're going to unpack that tuple into name for the key and grades for the list of grades that's the associated value. Once we have that, we can sum up those grades simply by handing the list to the built-in sum function. Again, that's one of those Python functional style reductions that's built into the language. You give it a sequence of values, it gives you back the sum of those values. So we store that here in total. We'll use that down below as well a couple of times. In this print statement here, we have a formatted string that consists of the name of the student and another placeholder over here where we'll display the average, and notice the calculation being performed, which is the total divided by the length of that grades array. So that'll give us our class average, and we decided we'd like to format that as a floating point number with 2 digits to the right of the decimal point. Don't forget that the division operator always gives you a floating point result. Now, once we've displayed the information for the current student, we then take that student's total and add it to the all grades total, and we take the length of the grades array and add that to the all grades count as well. And as you can see down here, after the loop completes, we have another print statement that's going to output the class's average is, and notice we have a single quote character in the string, so we delimited this string with double quote characters. And the placeholder performs another one of those average calculations, this time with all grades total and all grades count, and formatted once again with 2 digits to the right of the decimal point.